Okay, so this is for terminal. Okay, so let me start in next slide, and better to use full screen mode. Yes, so this is terminal node. Fine, this is for input or output. There are two different kind of boxes for input and output. You can use this type of box also, and you can means one cut is there in this box if you are unable to draw the rhombus box, and this is for computation, this is for decision making, this is for loop, and we are not going to use this kind of looping box. Okay, we are only limited to this. Then this is for connection, and subroutine means small programs are there, and this is for secondary storage. So initially we are interested in these many boxes. Fine, remaining other, if the program comes like that, then we will show you. Fine, so suppose you want to write a program. So initially you are started with the start, then you have given a prompt that enter any two number. Okay, then accept A and B. You can use any language, it must be understandable. Then this is what kind of box? Input output box. Okay, so instead of this you can also use the rhombus box. So how do we use rhombus box? Let me use it with some different color. So instead of using this box, okay, you can use this box also. Fine. Now our computation part is coming. So our computation is C equals to A plus B. Again, input output is there. Okay. For input output, the same rhombus box will be drawn and print sum as C. Okay. And then halt the program. Stop. Okay. This is one program. Now let us, you have idea, you have means written all these things. So let me explain one more program. Okay. Using this decision box. Decision box is very important and very interesting. So let me show you pen eraser. Yes, let me erase all these things. Fine, and let us start. Suppose you want to find the greatest among three number. Okay, or let us start with greatest among two number. Three is very great program. Greatest among two numbers. Fine. So initially you start with start, then you take input from user. Please enter two number. And these numbers are A and B. Okay, except A and B. Okay, let me write very clearly. So initially you start with this rhombus node, and this rhombus node display a message like enter two numbers, and then accept, or you can write read also A and B. Now your turn starts now, whether A is greater than B or not. So this box is coming whether A is greater than B, if it is true or if it is false. Okay, this condition is false or this condition is true. Then if it is true, then you display that A is greater. Okay, and if it is this condition is false, then you write A B is greater. Fine, and you can terminate both the node by short circuiting and write stop here. So is there any doubt? Yes.
No, sir.
No doubt. Let me explain one more program. If you want to draw this flowchart, then you can draw. I will give you 1 minute time. Done? So let me start greatest among three number. Hello. Yes. कौन बोल रहे हैं? अब मैं तो इसका कोई सोल्यूशन नहीं बता सकता। आप लॉगिन करो, लॉगिन लॉग आउट करो, है ना? और आप ना पहले से ही इसको बोल दो फाइल या बाकी लोगों को कि मुझे लिंक भेज दिया करो, है ना? नहीं, क्या है कि क्लास के बीच में करना ठीक नहीं है ना, ये सब चीजें बार बार उठ के आना पड़ता है मुझे, ठीक है? तो चलो मैं आज भेज तो देता हूँ, नेक्स्ट टाइम से आप okay. So let us now start once again and a program for greatest among three number. Okay, so initially you start with this start, fine, then you are asking to user for enter three number, fine, enter three number, then read or accept these three number, read A, B and C. Then we start with A is greater than B. So there may be two possibilities, either A is greater or B is greater. Okay, true or false. In this false case, B is greater. In this true case, A is greater. So again we need to check whether A is greater than C. Yes, if it is true, then write display, not calculate, because calculation is already done in decision box. So let us write what we need to write? We need to write A is greatest. Fine. If this condition is false, then you need to check, because now A is lesser and B is greater. Again, B is greater than C. Now there may be chances of true and false. So if this condition is true, then answer will be B is greatest. Okay, then answer will be B is greatest. And if this condition is false, then your answer will be C is greatest. Okay, so using this flow chart, if it let us see, if this condition is false, then B is greater, and if it is true, then A is greater. Fine. Similarly, now if B is greater, then again it is compared with C. If it is true, then here B is greatest and here C is greatest. Clear? Now let us see how to write the program. Okay, and again now terminal node we need to use here. So stop. Either you can fuse all the nodes, or you can write 3 stopping node. Okay, because you are in beginning, so you can use these nodes. So you have any doubt related with this logic?
No, sir.
Yes.
सर एक बार और समझा दीजिए.
सर A is greater than C में false conditions की requirement नहीं है.
A is greater than में false की requirement नहीं है. बिल्कुल है, बिल्कुल सही, एकदम सही बात है. If this is false, okay, so what will be the answer?
C is greatest.
C is greatest. Correct. So now clear to everyone? Any other condition is remaining? See, the number of boxes indicates if. Okay, the number of boxes indicates if. I'm just going to explain this program later on. Also, I will explain. So start. For start, what we need to write? Initially, we start with include stdio dot h. Okay, now for start I am writing integer main and then left curly brace. Now we need to take input of 3 numbers. Okay, so integer A, B and C. Then start asking question from user printf /n, enter 3 numbers. Okay, then read means scanf %d, because we have taken integer, %d and %d. 3 numbers we need to take input as an input. Now all these number, first number will be stored at the address of A, second number will stored at address of B, and third number will stored at address of C. Okay, now what is first condition? A is greater than B. So let us write if A is greater than B. Okay, because this is condition, so we need to skip from this. Therefore, we are not going to put semicolon over here. Now for true condition, okay, every time I am moving for true condition. So if this condition is true, then again I am writing whatever diamond boxes are there, it will automatically become if. Okay, so now if A is greater than C. Fine. if A is greater than C. Aage, and next it is true. It is true means it will print A is greatest. Okay, so print f slash n A is greatest. Fine. One more slash n I will put here. Then the true condition of this and the false condition of this. Okay, inner loop, false condition, else printf. This is done. Now I am going for this false condition, printf slash n C is greatest. Okay, C is greatest. Here I am not putting if. Why I am not putting if? Because no diamond box is there. Only statement is there, and this statement is false. False is replaced by else, and then use this. Okay, true is replaced by true. For true there is no replacement. Okay, now this is done. This is done. Now the condition, false condition of this. Okay, A. So this is false. False is written as false is replaced by else. Now if we go further, then it says that one rhombus box is there. Okay, so again we need to write if, else, followed by if, and B is greater than C. B is greater than C. If this condition is true, no, nothing is there. So we directly need to write printf slash n B is greatest. Okay, and the false condition of this, false is replaced by else. Okay, so else printf slash n C is greatest. Okay, and after this all the stopping conditions are there. So return 0 and the program will terminate. Now you can see that the number of diamond boxes, jitne bhi diamond boxes hai, the number of diamond boxes is equals to number of if statement. Correct or not? And number of false equals to number of else. Clear? So whenever you are drawing this diagram, this flow chart using flow symbols, it is very easy to go for any programming. Okay, whatever you want to program, you can easily program it. And this program is of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 lines long. If you are directly going for the statement, if you want to memorize this, it is difficult to memorize. Only logic can help you a lot. Fine. Now if you have any doubt, you can ask.
Sir, can we use if else statement for, like, instead of using 2-3 loops, we can directly do by using if else statement?
We can use instead of writing two if statements.
So like instead of writing 2-3 loops, we can just directly do like a if else if statement by
No,
using
here,
four conditions, like if.
Here no looping is there. Where is loop?
No sir, like if we are using if else here, like it is giving taking too much lines, we can just directly like using four conditions if else if statements, like if A is greater than C, C is greater than A, and then B is greater than C, then else.
ultimately you are using 3 if statement, na? See, we can nest
Yes.
this statement. Okay, we can nest this statement also, but see, whatever diagram I had created, according to that diagram, this program is written correctly. Otherwise, you can also write if A is greater than B and A is greater than C. Okay, this means that A and both the condition, okay, both the conditions are there and it is equivalent to 2 if. Fine. So if both the condition are true, automatically print this, else print this. Okay, and one else is required, that whether B is greater than C or not. Fine. Any doubt?
Okay, sir.
It is clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, why we have used slash n?
Slash n is used for new line. Okay, I will show you by example so that you will very easily able to understand. Let me start virtual machine and let us ask some other questions also. Yes. So up to starting of virtual machine, you can ask any question.
Sir,
No questions?
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, why haven't we used semicolon after if and else?
Why we have not used semicolon after if and else?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because if A is greater than B, if we use semicolon, it means stop here. Okay. If we are not
Okay.
putting semicolon over here, it will go further and it is waiting for another statement. Okay. And up to A is greater than C, this statement is not completed. And if both the conditions are satisfied, then only it will print A is greatest. Otherwise, it will automatically terminated at that particular end. That's why we are not using semicolon for this if. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, at first A is greatest. After that we use slash n. Printf, first one.
Hmm.
At second, if B greater than C, we haven't used slash n after greatest.
One more. 1 minute, because I'm not getting your sound. Now let us speak once again.
Sir, at first, if A is greatest, after that we use slash n.
Hmm.
At B greater than C, we haven't used
Huh.
after greatest, we haven't used slash.
We haven't used
Slash n.
else slash n. Here write if.
No, sir. It's second one.
Here I had not. Okay. In programming, it is you can use. Okay. Although here slash n I had written now, so there is no problem. Okay. Or put both the end. Put slash n at the both the end. So it will definitely help you and not an issue. Okay. You can put slash n over here also. So I am writing instead better to cut this line and printf slash n C is greatest. Okay. Now is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I am putting this diagram, print screen, and then in your chat box. Okay. Or in your groups, much better. WhatsApp is there. In computer programming, screen is there. BTech CSC B section. B section is also screen is there. Okay. So I had sent you all these things and you just try it by your own. So why I had explained this program, because to understand the beauty of this flowchart, why this flowchart is used here. Okay, using this flowchart, you are very sure how to write. Okay, if both the statements are direct short circuited, then you can write in short circuit manner. Like if A is greater than B, and if we are going for true, then you can directly put AND over here and write A is greater than C. You can also use another, no, you cannot use. Why? Because this is false. So false is not short circuited. True is only true is short circuited. Okay. So no problem. Then come to yes. Now it is open. The machine is open. Why I am putting /n everywhere? This is your doubt. So those who want to purchase laptop, okay, till now let me discuss something, because you are every time you are sending WhatsApp messages that which brand, which laptop you want to, I'm going to purchase. So my recommendation, if you want to use laptop recommendation, okay. See, in future, you are going to use Python, C++, Java, Android, and some other applications. Like MATLAB, etc. For these purposes, the graphical process is also extended, graphical processor, but it is not required at all. Okay, it is not required until and unless you are developing a gaming application. So if you want to purchase, it is my recommendation, better to purchase SSD based laptop. Okay, SSD based. So it must be 512 MB, not MB, GB minimum. Okay, if it is greater, then very good. RAM, my suggestion for RAM is 8 GB at least. Okay, and hard disk RAM, processor is i5. Okay, any generation, any generation. My preference for monitor, laptop monitor, is less than 14 inch. Okay, but it may be vary from user to user. They can also purchase 15.6, but 15.6 require extra space. Okay, and nowadays slim laptops are very common, so my recommendation is slim laptop. But those who are going for gaming laptops or gaming application development, for them one company is there, XPS, I think. XPS is there. So its size is 15.6 and it consists of NVIDIA graphics card. Okay, so you can here also, if graphics card is available, so you can purchase at least for 2 GB graphics card. Okay, and beside that, one virtual machine must be there. So my virtual machine recommendation is VM Player. Okay, I am sending you link also, and Ubuntu 20.04 TLS. Fine. So this virtual machine, at least you create virtual machine for 80 GB, because in future also you are using something. For that purpose, you need this virtual machine. Okay, so 80 GB virtual machine you can create. And why you are creating virtual machine? Because you are not supposed to install Ubuntu in other partition. Okay, you can use window, and inside that window this virtual machine like Ubuntu you can use, like what I am going to use. Okay, I'm using. So any question you can ask related with laptop purchasing guideline. No question? Yes. No question, na?
Sir, what is this virtual machine?
What is this virtual machine? Correct. I am going to show you one virtual machine. This is Windows operating system. Clear or not? I am showing you inside the Windows operating system. Let me share you my desktop. This is my desktop. Okay. And this is my start button. Clear? It is coming or not? This start button is coming.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is whole architecture
Yes.
of Windows
No,
operating
sir.
system. Not coming?
Yes, sir.
PowerPoint is visible.
Yes,
This
sir.
temp
Now
is
it's
visible. Snipping tool is visible. WhatsApp is visible. Everything is visible to me.
Yes, sir.
Am I correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Not visible.
yes. If you want to use virtual machine like this is virtual machine. This is one system. Okay. This system is known as VMware Player. Okay. So how do you click or press to unlock? So I am going to unlock this system, and this is another operating system you are visualizing here. Okay, you are able to visualize here, and you can use it here also. All the facilities of Ubuntu operating system you can use here. The terminal is of course there. For this purpose, you can go to one website. My desktop is visible. Okay, just type VMware. Okay, and then followed by VMware Workstation Player. So it will open this website. Or if you are typing in Google VMware, okay, just go to this place and click here. There are downloads. Okay, click on downloads. Because we are not able to purchase this machine, so better to download only those virtual machines. So here in download, product download, free product trials and demo. Inside that, Workstation Pro is written. Okay, click on Workstation Pro. It will open this. Fine. So you can download it for Windows and Linux also, because you are in Windows. So just click on download. What you need to download? Workstation Pro. Okay, for this purpose, I am sending you website address. So in B section also, in MSc also, if they are having laptop, if not laptop, then not an issue. So I had post the link. This is virtual machine. So after installing this virtual machine, this will open like this. Okay, and from here you can create a new virtual machine using this button. Fine, you can create a virtual machine using this button. So I can take demo of this whenever you are having this downloaded version. And similarly, one more thing you need to download, that is your Ubuntu. Why Ubuntu? This virtual machine is like a virtual computer inside your laptop. This is like a virtual computer. Okay, I'm going to shut down this machine. This machine is shut down and power off. Okay, now it will open like a computer. Fine, and this shows us, this gives us simulation of computer. That's why it is known as virtual machine. You cannot purchase two virtual machines, you cannot purchase two laptops. So, or you can, if you want to use power of both, so better to install virtual machine, and you can install as many as operating system. Okay, if you are having more RAM, you can it is recommended, if you are having 8 GB RAM, then only one virtual machine run simultaneously, otherwise you can use many. Fine. So after clicking on this virtual machine, after installing this virtual machine, you just need to click here and play virtual machine. So when we are playing this virtual machine, it shows, it gives a simulation that it is starting a computer. Okay, it is starting a computer, and this is the ROM BIOS of this computer. Yes. Now it looks like a computer. How do we start the computer? So it will take to boot from computer. Okay, so it is taking, and it's different settings are also there. Fine. If we are going to, okay, power is on, so I'm not able to show you the setting, but this computer is, means it is a computer inside your computer. You need not to go for installing in additional partition, and you can directly download and you can directly use it. Okay, so this Shivam Rana is not able to admit it. I don't know why.
Sir, can both the OS can run simultaneously?
Both the operating system is running simultaneously. Here window is going, here window is running, and in this virtual machine, this operating system Ubuntu is running. So Ubuntu is booting now, actually. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
For this purpose only virtual machine is used, and this shows that it is non-commercial use only. Okay, so I'm not using for commercial purposes, and this is very important for computer science persons as well as other persons also. I'm typing password here, and this machine is on now. Okay, and inside that machine you can see lot of flexibilities are there. If some programs are runnable at this particular virtual machine, you can run the programs here also. Okay, so it is not required. So this is the my recommended configuration. It is not you can go beyond this. Fine. If anyone, for this purpose, at least 48,000 budget is required. Okay, 48,000 without this NVIDIA graphics card. And if you want to go beyond this, you can go. And if you want to purchase lower than this model, then I can say you can purchase i3 based laptop or AMD based laptop, HDD, not SDD, and at least 8 GB RAM. 8 GB RAM is required, although the booting time is greater. And then you can run these virtual machines simultaneously here also. So there is no problem to run virtual machine in this place also. And you can do one thing also. You can purchase, if you are purchasing this laptop, you can purchase 128 GB pen drive. Inside that, you can install virtual machine. Okay, and whenever you require that virtual machine, just plug it and start the virtual machine through this. Okay, you can make bootable also. So now it is clear. So I'm expecting that no one will ask question related with purchasing of laptop. They can ask, although, but see, this is my general configuration, so better to purchase using these general configurations also. And see, Microsoft Team is installed in this virtual machine also. Fine. Here, this virtual machine Ubuntu is running. Microsoft Team is also shown here. Fine. So, now, fine. Now, I am going to explain one program why /n is required. Fine. And let me show that program. Open and suppose A by B. This is very simple program. So this is our program A by B. Okay. I am not going to put any /n. Fine. I had removed the /n's. Let me run this program. So for running this program, first you need to compile this program. So to compile this program, just write cc a by b dot c. A by b dot c. Dot c is the extension, followed by -o for creation of output file. And suppose I want to create a file by name money. Okay, so I had written money, but I don't know what is in later time. I am not able to get what is the meaning of this money executable file. So be careful while choosing writing. So it is better practice. I'm showing you using money also. So money is now output file, and let me write money. Okay, and it is asking for enter A and B. First line is running. Fine. Enter A and B. As soon as I am giving this number 45.6, okay, it is again searching for one more cursor because second %f is given. So I am writing 40.3. Okay, then it is calculating the answer and it is giving the answer. This couple @Ubuntu is the command prompt. Okay, and it will give the answer here, and the command prompt immediately starts from this answer because I had not put any /n over here. So it is much better practice to put /n. At least last statement must consist of /n. Okay, after that, see, I am again going to compile this program. So this is compiled, and now let us see the output. 34, 45, and now you can see that in previous case this is coming like this, and now it is from new line. Okay, any doubt? Why slash n is put over certain places? Yes, am I audible or not?
Yes, sir.
So this importance of slash n, you know very well. In each printf statement you put slash n, it is good. Okay, but in certain system where you are running the loops and some other things, and if you are going to print certain patterns, then it is not recommended. Now it is my request to all of you, those who have not understand the concept of programming and some other previous things, just create a group. I will take their additional classes. I think so many persons are there, and if I'm going to write this kind of language in front of you in day one, then you are unable to understand what is going on. Fine. So it is much better. And in that class also, if you are having laptop, okay, so first you need to download these two things. Okay, and if you are having very means, at least you must have 200 GB of free space in your laptop, then only go for 80 GB virtual machine creation. Otherwise I will also create the virtual machine by 40 GB. Fine. So you can create by 40 GB also. In my laptop also it is 40 GB, and Python is running very well. Fine. So there is no problem related with this, but it will work long, and it is required further and further. So better to install this system. It is my recommendation. So those who are having laptop, just tell me, and I will explain all the things. MSc people having any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
तो आपने प्रोग्राम लिखा वो समझ में आया, बट जब आप उसको कंपाइल एंड रन कराने जा रहे हो तो वहाँ प्रॉब्लम आती है सर, समझ नहीं आता कैसे हो रहा है।
ये कंपाइल और रन कैसे हो रहा है?
यस सर।
आपको कंपाइल करने के लिए ये प्रोग्राम का नाम लिखा दिख रहा है यहाँ पर A/B। किसी भी चीज को हम ओपन करते हैं, जैसे ये प्रेजेंटेशन मैंने ओपन किया है, तो प्रेजेंटेशन में प्रेजेंटेशन 1 इसका नाम बीचों बीच लिखा हुआ है। ओके, तो मैंने ये प्रोग्राम पहले से सेव करके रखा हुआ है, पहले से ही सेव किया हुआ है। कोई भी प्रोग्राम लिखेंगे तो उसका एक नाम होगा। तो CC क्या है? C कंपाइलर है। इसके बाद आपको प्रोग्राम का नाम लिखना है A/B। ओके, A/B dot C is the extension. Okay, and 1 second. Okay, give me 1 second. Sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning. शिवपुर में मैं आपको 2 मिनट में कॉल करूं, 2 मिनट में क्लास खत्म करूं। Yes. So now, sorry. So this program I am going to write. This program is written in Notepad of Ubuntu, and this program is compiled in the command line. Okay, I will explain all these things very clearly. Those who have doubt, fine. So this is compile statement, and if you are not going to give any output, by default dot slash, okay, dot slash a dot out will be created. Okay, but sorry, dot slash a dot out will be created. Fine, the same output will be coming if you are not putting anything beyond this. So better to write a meaningful output file name. So meaningful output file name is -o. -o says that the compilation will be producing one output file by name A/B. I'm not going to money. Money is just an example that you can create output by any name. It is not required to both the input and output having same name. but it is convention that if both the name are same, then you are able to understand that the output file is of this particular input. Okay, clear now?
Yes, sir.
So yes, Gayatri.
Yes, sir. Clear.
So I think this is sufficient for today. I am expecting lot of doubts. Okay, I am expecting lot of doubts of participants. Fine. So it is expected, and don't leave the class because I had not downloaded your list. Oh my God. Yes. Download attendance list. Yes. Okay. So a lot of doubts are there. I'm expecting this, and now just write it down and post it in either in WhatsApp group that I am not able to understand this, I am not able to understand this, and it will conclude it in the extra classes. So you just tell me when we need to take the extra classes.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Gayatri. Okay, so you can tell me in WhatsApp groups and other places. So I will take your extra classes. Okay, and these extra classes have means that there is no privileges of attendance, and it is not it is not required to attend these classes those who know the concept very well. It is only for the person who is not having any concept. Fine. So let us conclude this. Yes, let us conclude this class and tell me in in a day or two. Okay, because tomorrow we are having one lab. So since last 3 weeks we are using this lab as means clearing the doubts. So now it is my means I need to ask the MSc people whether we need to start lab or we need to refresh the previous concept. Okay. So their opinion is very important because it is their class, and I am accommodating every person in that class. But from this week, if MSc people also require the concept, then only we will accommodate other people in this class. Otherwise, the lab will be continued. Fine. So you just give me your opinion. On the basis of that, I will do this. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a nice time.